So I want to share with you a bit of the front of the screen on the user experience and a bit of the behind the screens on what the user experience really is. So we're going to go to Jeff again. And Jeff is actually going to show us front and back what the user experience looks like and what happens behind the scenes. So,
sure thing. Well, most of you probably don't know this, but working for Shai is like 5 full-time jobs. So to illustrate the point of this multiple usage and multiple consumption methods, I'm going to try and request a vacation day from my boss here. We'll see how this works. So as you guys can see, here's my SAP corporate portal. This is what all SAP employees use worldwide. And we go in and we have our little leave request right here. So I can go in there, type in a day, and say, listen, Shai, I'm going to try and take the rest of the week off.
good luck.
Now, the more interesting thing, please go back to laptop 1, please. So the more interesting thing is, the first thing Shai usually does is he goes into his portal. Now, he always has the latest, coolest, and most awesome stuff on his. He's a special guy, right? So he actually has the new portal, the one that's coming out next year.
Yep.
The Ajax-enabled portal.
That's right.
All right. So you guys are getting a little sneak preview of what's coming out next year. The other thing is usually when the people that report to Shai request vacation days, he just tells one of his assistants to delete it and reject it out of
So the first thing that everybody knows, that when they send me a request for vacation, the first reaction is it goes to one of the assistants as designated naysayer. So we brought an assistant over so that he can say no. So Jeff is going to, can you please reject the request?
So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to go into Shai's universal work list. So here's what he's got for his work list. And as you can see, here's the request I submitted earlier. You go into that real quick. And you can see, here it is. I can get a little bit more information about it. And then obviously I'm going to go ahead and reject it. Because Shai doesn't let anybody take vacation.
It's a very efficient closed loop process, as you can see.
All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to Shai's actual laptop. And he also, again, has the latest and greatest stuff. So you're going to see Project Muse.
So on the screen right now, you can see Muse, which is our, if you want, new smart client. You can see that there is navigation here. There's a set of menus that we're not going to talk too much here. There's the pod that you can actually see. But one of the things that you see is that the same transactions show up here, same request. And so I get a leave request from Jeff. And one of the things that, that you can do here is the same thing. Click on it, process. You can see that the session is opened up with a leave request. It's now a guided procedure, which is a simplified way of dealing with that transaction. And I'm going to actually deal with it very, very efficiently by saying no. So too bad. Now, one of the things that is interesting, and I want to take a second. People came in after we talked about Muse and said, so what does that mean? No more portal? 2 infrastructures? Do I need to do too many things? So what we wanted to show is, if you can actually show us a bit of behind the scenes. What happened behind Muse as we're going through Muse and the portal? What happened behind the scenes?
Okay. Let's switch back over to my laptop real quick. And what I'm going to show you guys, this is the actual enterprise service that was called behind the scenes. We did the exact same thing. It was the same portal, the same web app server behind the scenes, managing the same roles, the same security settings, doing the exact same thing. Just 2 distinct different types of usage, of consumption, right? So you had the same backbone, but basically, I like to say, you're getting chicken, it's just got a little different spices on it each time, right? So this is the web services behind there. Let me show you guys the actual code that was sent along from the portal to that. So this has got all the different code that was sent for rendering that UI.
There will be a test afterwards, by the way.
So just in general, I just want to show you guys that. Now, I'm going to try again. 3rd time's a charm.
And by the way, it's the same navigation experience. So the same XML sends the same navigation to the portal, to Muse, so that the same data effectively drives, the same role drives, the same access rights. All these things drive both experiences.
All right. So I'm going to see maybe if I send Shai an email, maybe he'll approve of that. So let's go back over to his laptop.
So on my laptop right now, you can probably see Duet. And in Duet, the same request comes in as an email. Same process. I've asked for the request. It comes up to me. I'm actually pretty fast on email, usually. So Jeff Ward, And you can see in Duet, I get the request, I get a bit more context. He's used 2 of his 25 days this year. That's way too much. And I get a lot of related reports if I want to. And that's part of where the user experience enhancements come into play. In different environments, you get different information. So here I can see his leave history, his assignment, where does he work, how does he relate to the other groups, and so forth. So embedded analytics that come in here. But the most important button, as you've probably realized in this case, is reject. Because he's not taking vacation today.
All right, I've got one last ditch effort. Now this is something, or not a last ditch, but this is something new we came up with, and we've got some widgets.
Right, so I don't know how many of you use widgets, but there are a variety of different widgets on a variety of different platforms. We're going to use the Yahoo widgets, and if you click on your screen, you get a variety of different small UI elements. In this case, you get SAP Argo, which is part of our search, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, so I'm not going to spill the beans. You can see the weather in Palo Alto because it still thinks I'm in Palo Alto. And there's a small SAP inbox widget here. And
universal work list.
My universal work list. And Jeff Ward again requested leave. And so you can click on it, and that's what, in this case, is the action that comes up. Jeff Ward requested 3 days leave of absence. By the way, there's another widget that they've just installed here. If you want to download it, this is the widget that actually shows all the sessions in TechEd. I think it was built on Friday, and they figured out I might as well go to some of the classes because I need that. And again, the most important button is still here on the screen, which is the reject button. And you're not going on vacation.
All right. Maybe I'll go to some classes and stuff.
Right.
All right. Now, again, the exact same enterprise service, the exact same backend, the same security, same roles, same everything, just a different way to consume it. Now, there's one last ditch effort here, one last chance. I've actually programmed Shai's universal work list through our voice infrastructure to call him and try and request it via voice infrastructure.
This is Workflow Inbox. You have one high priority item. Leave request from
Jeff Word.
Starting September 13th, ending September 15th. You can say approve it or reject it.
Reject it.
Rejected. Okay, that's all your high priority items. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.
You know, I know you have kids. I know you see Shrek. In Shrek 2, there is one character who's the annoying talking animal. Given this demo, you are now granted that role.
The annoying, thank you. I appreciate that. Can I at least like maybe get a massage or something on here?
Come here.
Oh, thanks, man.
Poor animal. Anyway, so